In 2016, I think the Constitution was amended. I asked myself, private sector, 500 million. Public sector remain unchanged. So I was talking to my CFO. I say, Miss Chan, for private sector to qualify 500 million equity, wow, I say this is a huge number. So I built from 2017 after the meeting. I say, why don't we try to build up our organization, grow? I say, we may one day reach 500 million. So now the day it's come, right? So I'm ready. So now I'm fairly confident. So I make decisions, many of my journey, you will look at that. So I have been making this decision on my own. So I think I belong to a leader, I believe. Till today the same. I don't know whether I can support other people. I don't, because this is, my life has been like that. I'm making quite a fair bit of decision, whether in family, whether it's my career, whether it's in my entrepreneurship. I always lead. So today I decide to come forward. So this is my decision. I engaged quite a few of young people, especially I was in SMU, SPF, NUS, and mentoring quite a number of young. In fact, I find Singapore young people, in fact, the quality is quite good. Of course, many people was explained to me, George, the young people today quite different from our 80s and 90s. But I personally think not too bad. What I want to see is more entrepreneur like the people like us. I believe what I see is the missing part is they need a father. They need someone who has experience in the past to share with them. When I with these young people, when I talk to them, they ask you a lot of questions. They are not as laid back as people think, say that they have no idea. They have plenty of idea. I think what the businessman should do is share the experience. Don't share only the good one, because good one is not difficult to share, because you always talk about good things, right? Must also share with them which are the possibility of failure. If you ask me if we can build this culture, I think our young people is up and coming. Not as bad as we think, right? Checks and balance, to safeguard the reserve is number one. You know, our nation reserve. Small nation like this, I think the reserve must be protected. Second, of course, the key appointment, no different from corporation. When we appoint technology company, we have to find the CEO who understand about technology in the space and bring the CEO into the job. If you don't do that, it will bring the wrong people into the wrong job. So the domino effect is going to be 5 years, 10 years, going to be problem. So I hope I can carry out these two functions as independent as I can. To run a company as a CEO, of course, you have a few things. One is talking about growth, right? The number one, whoever been hired, they say, can you grow your company? The board of directors will wish to see that also. If I hire a CEO, I need to see there's a growth. Two, the CEO will make certain risk decisions to say, I will take risks. As a president, I think the mindset we have to be a bit more careful. We can't, they call what, speech freely. You can't just speak whatever that is in your mouth you like to get. You can't, you represent a nation. People will take the president quite seriously what you say. So you can't just open your mouth, comment certain things, not to the interest to the nations, or to the people. Because this is not an easy task. Multiracial, multicultural, and multi-language as well. I mean, as a president is for all people. I mean, my opinion doesn't matter anything because it's only personal opinion, right? Important, you're being a president is for all people. This is whoever who in the job, he must understand. So just be a president for all people. Maybe Wee Keng Wee. Wee Keng Wee hairstyle same as my father. I like him because he's a very people person. I think as a president, to me, this is the most important to me. He's a very people president. I respect him. He treats people equally. He can mingle with people. No air. Yeah, I love it. So he is my role model. If I will be a best president, this is something I want to be the people president. So this is something I admire. My father say, we are not rich, but make sure we have the value, integrity, honesty. My father is no education, but in our village, people respect my father because he stands tall. He is not a man of many words, but the people say my father's, you can trust him. I hope the people say the same thing. George, we can trust you. I think aging is a big problem. When you're on the ground, you can see a lot of people. I asked my staff one day, I say, hey, how come in the hawker center, because we eat in the hawker, right? Why there's so many people at the working hour at the hawker center? Of course, the answer is pretty simple. These people are retirees. Some, of course, not so, because of physicals, they can't work anymore. So when you look at the old people, right, so many, it's not few, it's quite a lot. Especially working hours, you can see that. I think the society in this space, I think we have to pay a lot of attention. The first thing I need to do now is to get my COE. I think the men on the street, I met many people, they say, George, first get your certificate first, all right? So in my mind, from morning to night, I'm thinking, please get my certificate. This is the first thing I need to do. At the moment, I think this is my primary focus. I built a company. I put the company together. I saw the figure, the accountant, the auditor, with the lawyer. the figure is above 500 million. If this money I build and they say not qualified, something go very wrong somewhere. There's one story I must share. There's one old auntie I met one day. I was at my Jagu house. He said, you know the next door Ivy, 74 years old, I think, wheelchair. She is your biggest ambassador. I said, what do you mean by ambassador? She had been talking to people, vote for George Goh. My goodness. I say, we haven't campaigned yet, right? The one in a wheelchair, This is a big encouragement to me. The person on a wheelchair and sick. I met her finally because I go and say hello. That is to tell you a lot. People want change. People want something different. I think this is the year. Independent, independent, independent.